Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Riata Horsemanship. I'm Luke Brown. I'm very excited to be with you here today on Motivational Monday. The horse that I'm riding right now, this is Bodie. He's a 5-year-old Porab gelding that came to me for training, and I've had him actually for this is going on his 12th week. So I've had him for 11 weeks. He has been a little bit challenging because of how sensitive he is and reactive he is, but he's coming right along and just getting better and better every day. And this last weekend, yesterday actually, I went on a horseback ride with a couple of my daughters and a couple other friends and my niece, and it was a lot of fun. We went down to the Salt River. My niece takes pictures for a horse. She does professional pictures for people with horses, and she does other wedding photography and that kind of thing, but she's into that kind of thing. And so she was taking some pictures of us as a family and also some other people, and we provided a horse for the picture taking yesterday. And then we went on a trail ride, and we went on about 3-hour trail ride. And by the end of it, my daughter, who just loves, one of my daughters, both of them really love to ride horses out on the trail. But the younger one, she actually started complaining about how sore her butt and her feet were. So it was successful in that we got a lot of riding in, we got a lot of loping in. I got to ride one of my daughters, my older daughter, rode one of the horses that's in training, so we did an extra few hours on that horse, and I rode another horse in training. Her name's Casey. So Casey and Jericho, they're two horses in training with us, and we were able to ride them out on the trail yesterday. So that was a lot of fun, a lot of success. Taught them how to go through. Just had a spook. That's how he is. He's a little challenging. A couple of cars came from behind him, and he spooked to that. So we had a really successful ride yesterday with a couple of horses that our own horse and a couple horses in training. So I'm excited for those horses. They're coming right along. And Casey had never been in water before. I'm pretty sure she'd never been in water before. I taught her how to get into the river and taught her how to cross the river. And so that was a whole lot of fun. And today for Motivational Monday, in our group, in the Riata Horsemanship family, our group that's public right now, eventually will just be private for only members, but right now it is public. So if you want to go to Riata Horsemanship Family, it's Riata Horsemanship Family, and just to look at what I do on Mondays and Fridays. On Mondays, I talk about Kickstart Monday, something that I encourage our members to do to start their week out, to be successful. It's usually something very specific that we talk about. And then on Friday, I do a Friday Live where I answer somebody's question about horsemanship. Usually it's horsemanship. Up to this point, it's been horsemanship questions, and that's been a lot of fun. So make sure to go over to Riata Horsemanship Family and join that. And make sure to go to riatahorsemanship.com and check out our website. We have some incredible videos in there. We've got some courses. We have a virtual clinic in there, and all kinds of videos that can help you become a better horseman or horsewoman. And also we are starting some life coaching stuff. And one of the things I talked about with the Riata Horsemanship Family today is starting to read the book called The One Thing. So every month, and we're probably going to do 5 weeks this first book, but every month we're going to suggest a book that can help. And most of those books, some of those books are on horsemanship, and but probably 75% of the books that we're recommending on a monthly basis, we're just doing one a month. It's a book club for the Riata Horsemanship Family, and we're recommending a book to read. And for this month, the end of this month and into November, the book that I'm recommending is The One Thing by Gary Keller, I think his name is, The One Thing. And he talks obviously about the one thing. What does that mean? What does the one thing mean? The one thing is that one thing that you can do that will transform your life. The one thing that you can do today that will move the needle in a positive direction in whatever aspect of your life you want it to move in. So today for Motivational Monday, I want you to think about the one thing that you can do today and throughout this week that is going to help in some aspect of your life. What is most important to you right now in this moment in your life? Is it your relationship with a spouse? Is it your relationship with your children? Is it a friendship? Is it a coworker? Or is it a business? Whatever it is you're trying to have success in, think about one thing that you can do today and every day this week that's going to help you improve in that thing that you're trying to improve in. And if you will just focus on that one thing. Yes, we all need to write down our to-dos. We need to know what we need to do to get the goals that we have in our life. But then we have to break those to-dos down all the way down into that one thing that's most important, that if you did that today, it would move the needle in a positive direction. So whatever that is for you, if it's a relationship you're trying to improve, what's the one thing? Maybe you can take 10 minutes out of your day and sit down and talk to your spouse in a loving way. Give them compliments or discuss something you've been struggling with. That might be one thing that you can do every day this week that's going to move the needle in a positive direction for your family, for your spouse, for your relationship with your spouse. So if it's your horsemanship, what is the one thing that you can work on every day this week that's going to improve your horsemanship? Maybe your horse is pushy. Maybe your horse doesn't respect your space. So that one thing would be helping your horse respect your space. Learn how to get your horse out of your space. When you ask lightly, they just move out of your space, and they don't come into your space until you ask them to come into your space. That might be the one thing that you work on this week with your horsemanship. If they're terrible at lunging, or they don't lead well, or they bolt, or whatever it is, if you take something big, if they bolt or they buck or they rear or something big like that, break that down. And what's the one thing that you can work on this week to improve your relationship and your safety and the fun that you're going to have with your horse? What's that one thing you can do? So don't think about all of the aspects of your life and what's the one thing you can do in all of those aspects, because it might get you a little bit confused and overwhelmed. Think about the one thing that's most important to you in your life right now, at this moment in your life, and then think about one thing that you can do today and this week that's going to improve that relationship or that thing you're trying to improve on. I hope you guys will work on that. I'm going to work on that this week, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great start to a wonderful week. Until next time, be thankful, live with purpose, live with passion, and as always, stay safe in the saddle.